Welcome back to Cheat 3, everyone. Today we have the full tutorial for this puzzle box. Its name is Abstract Art. And thank you to everyone who submitted names and who voted for other people's names. We will get started with the full tutorial. For the first layer, I'm going to start with this 1x1 plate. And that one goes on this second stud. Next, I have a 2x4 tile. That goes there. Next to that, a 1x4 tile and a 1x1 tile. And then I'm going to leave a space here and put this 1x3 there. And then this 2x4 tile sits here. And then this is a 1x3 plate, and it sits right there. The next layer, we'll start with these 1x4 bricks. They go here. And then I have these two 1x3 bricks. One sits in that space that we left, and then this other one sits here. On top of that 1x1 plate, I'm going to put a 1x1 tile. This is a 1x2 brick, a 1x1 brick, and a 1x3 plate. Okay, now we have a 1x3 plate and a 1x4 plate. Another 1x3 plate, this one sits on top of that last one. And a 1x1 plate is going to sit right here. Now we have a 1x4 plate. This whole row is at the same height now. This 1x1 plate sits on top of that last one, and this row is at the same height. And then I have a 1x1 plate and a 1x3 plate. Okay, just two pieces in this step and then we'll get to the row of color. This is a 1x6 plate. Now all of this is at the same height, and a 1x3 plate there. Okay, I'm going to start with this 1x2 plate. That one goes there. And then I have another 1x2 plate in the light bluish gray. We have a 1x1 tile in the dark pink, a 1x2 plate in magenta, a 1x1 tile in lime, and a 1x1 plate in green, then a 1x3 plate in dark blue, a 1x1 tile in yellow, and a 1x2 plate in dark purple. And this 1x1 tile is going to sit like this over top of the dark purple plate. Okay, we are going to make our first button. It has a 1x2 brick without the undertube, or you can also Frankenbrick this piece. It has two 2x2 corner bricks, so we're going to slide those in like that. And then this is a 1x4 brick. That one goes here. Next, I'm going to put this 3x3 plate over top that connects everything. If you don't have one of those, you can substitute other plates. Just make sure it's sturdy. I have a 1x1 tile that is round. I feel like the round does work better than the square one, but again, use whatever pieces you have. This is a 1x2 tile. And then I have a 1x3 plate in yellow, a 1x1 plate, a 1x2 tile, a 1x1 tile, and a 1x2 plate. And then to top it off, we have a 1x3 tile, a 1x2 tile. This one is going to extend over the edge, and another 1x2 tile. And all of this is going to sit in the box right on this stud there. This tile that's extending will sit on the dark pink tile, and this should be able to slide like that. Okay, we are going to make another slider. It starts with these 2x2 corner plates. I'm going to push them together. And then aligning with this edge here, I have a 1x6 plate That connects both of them. And then a 1x1 plate there. And sitting on this stud, a 1x2 tile. Then I have a 2x2 corner plate and a 1x4 plate. And on top of that, a 1x2 tile in magenta, a 1x1 plate. This is a 1x3 tile, and a 1x1 round tile here. Again, it works better if this tile is round. And all of this sits in the box right there. This tile here should be sitting in between those two studs. Okay, we are going to start with this 1x4 plate, and it's going to sit on those two studs, locking in that button we just made, like that. And we have another slider. This one starts with a 1x2 plate. I have removed the under tube on this. If your 1x2 plate has side ridges on these interior walls, you will also need to remove those. Mine didn't have it, but some of them do. And then once we have that, we are going to take a regular 1x2 plate and push it up against the bottom like that. I have a 1x3 plate and a 1x1 plate. And also I should note that this 1x2 plate that we remove the undertube, that is the only Frankenbricked piece in this puzzle. This is a 1x2 tile and another 1x2 plate. And then we're going to top it off with a 1x1 plate, and on this side here, a 1x1 tile. And this is going to sit on that stud there. And just make sure that it can slide. On this layer, we have a 1x1 plate in the dark azure and a 2x3 plate in light bluish gray. Then I have a 1x2 plate in the light bright orange. This is also the light bright orange color, and it's a 1x4 plate. It's missing the two inner studs. It has the two studs on the outside. So that will sit here. This dark purple 1x1 plate sits here. And then we have this bright pink one on the outside of the box. That's a plate. And then right on this stud, I have a 1x1 plate, a 1x1 tile, and another 1x1 plate. I'm going to start this layer with this 1x2 tile, and it's going to go right behind that pink one in that small cavity there. Next, I have a 1x1 plate that goes there, and a 1x1 plate in orange here. And then on this stud right next to it, I have a 1x1 tile. This is a 2x2 corner plate in lime. And then here's our money piece. And then a 1x3 plate in dark blue goes there. On this stud, I have a 1x1 plate. I find it works better if you use a round plate. Sometimes if you have a square one, the moving parts can kind of twist it, and then it makes it difficult or impossible to solve once it gets twisted. So that's up to you. Definitely use a round plate there if you have it. This is a 1x2 tile in orange and a 1x2 tile in the dark azure. Okay, this next layer, I have a 1x4 plate, a 2x3 plate, a 4x4 plate, and a 1x4 plate. This is another 1x4 plate. That one goes here. And then I have a 1x2 tile there. And in this space here, a 1x4 tile. This can be any color, but I chose the light bluish gray. Okay, and to top everything off, we have another 6x8 plate, and then some decorative tiles on top. If you don't have an additional 6x8 plate, it's not absolutely imperative. I just find that some of the tiles can pop off in the solve process, so I like to have another plate just securing everything in. And then just put the tiles on. We have 2x4 tile in lime, in dark blue, in light bluish gray, and in dark bluish gray. And then we have 2 jumpers. These are in the dark azure color, and a 2x2 tile in yellow and in bright pink. And then we have a 1x8 tile in white, and that's the tool to be used in this puzzle. Hopefully you enjoyed the full tutorial. Thank you again to everyone that contributed names. We will see you again on the next one. Cheat 3, out.